Christopher Nolan reportedly interested in purchasing Halo TV series rights. Now, this is a debunked rumor. I want to say that up front and foremost. This isn't what I want to talk about, although this would have been an interesting development had this not been debunked. I've tried to find as much information as possible. Look, this rumor initially came from smallscreen.uk. I've talked to that guy, the guy who runs that over there, a long time ago on my Bridging the Geekdoms channel, back when I was trying to get into the scoop game myself. And yes, there was a point in time when I tried to get into the scoop game myself. I'm not proud of that, but I talked to him uh, a while ago, and he's a stand-up guy. He's a cool guy. Uh, Shocking that he posted the article, or the not an article, but a tweet on X about Christopher Nolan apparently reached out. This is what he said: reached out to Amblin TV and 343 Industries, inquiring about the rights to Halo. And then he took the post down. What does that mean in the grand scheme of things? Who knows if it was even true? Like I said, I have not been able to find anything else about this, about that being a possibility. So I'm sitting here saying it's debunked. I'm not, because there's no real reports, whether it's from Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, what have you, saying that. But Screen Geek decided to post about it, and they said you can see the rumor was shared on X via Small Screen CO. They claim to have received the news from I Am Cloudman, though his original post on the matter has been deleted. Nevertheless, new post reiterates that alleged details. It is being reported that Nolan and his team have reached out to Amblin Television and 343 Industries regarding purchasing the rights to the Halo TV series. The post also explains why Nolan would make sense. Nolan is a big fan of the video games and reportedly has some ideas about how to adapt it for the big or small screen. Sounds like Nolan might be reviving the canceled Halo series. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this, again, this apparently is debunked. I don't believe it until we see something solid from a real source, okay? Because honestly, could it be real? Sure, maybe. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I don't completely buy it, though. For my money, Christopher Nolan and Jonathan Nolan would be excellent for something like this. Jonathan Nolan, the first season of Westworld, fantastic. Jonathan Nolan, the first season of Fallout wasn't bad. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed that show. But Christopher Nolan, again, great filmmaker. Is that where I would like to see Halo? Because would they just continue the Halo series as is? I don't think that's what they would do, and I don't think that's what anybody should do. If somebody buys the rights to the Halo television series, if somebody buys the right to live action Halo, where should it go? What should they do? It's not that they should continue that TV series, because it was a massive failure. It was such a failure that it was, well, canceled. There was a reason why it was canceled, because it was a failure, because they didn't honor the lore. It's because they didn't honor what came from the games, what the fans wanted. So to sit there and try and make sense out of what they've made thus far would just be pointless. But honestly, if you ask me, what I would do is look for somebody like a Nolan, look at somebody like Jonathan Nolan or Christopher Nolan, somebody in that ilk, and see if they would be willing to take the franchise and dive deep into the lore and honor what the lore is and build off of it and do something that is going to be fan friendly and something that will truly build what what will be worthy of the brand and the IP. Because like I said, Jonathan Nolan, Westworld, first season was phenomenal. Second season, not so great. That series started to go downhill after a couple seasons. The first season of Fallout was a lot of fun. It was really good. Christopher Nolan, again, like I said, great filmmaker. So you could see where they could do something really interesting, and together they could do something phenomenal. Fatal J, what's going on? I see you're saying stuff about the MCU and Deadpool. That's going to come towards the end of this show. That's my main topic. We'll get to that. But you do say something here. I knew Halo was trash when they made Master Chief take his mask off in the first episode. Yeah, man, they really truly destroyed the lore of Halo. We'll say it that way. The lore of Halo was really not not the best, not handled well. We'll put it that way. And it's unfortunate, but if let's say these rumors of Christopher Nolan being, again, like I said, this has supposedly been debunked. I don't agree, or I don't believe it because I haven't seen any massive reports. It is what it is. But where should it go? It should be in the hands of somebody like this. And it should be handled with care. And it should be handled in that regard where they're going to dig deep into the lore and really just build it out like that. I remember back in, I guess it was like 2011, 2012, Spielberg and Amblin, they kind of, grabbed onto it and were like, hey, we're gonna go with this. We're gonna make this. And then it was 2006, it was Peter Jackson. They've tried to have these big filmmakers involved in some form or fashion, but now it's kind of like, well, here we are now. Like, it didn't work under Amblin TV with Steven Spielberg. Could it work under somebody else? And that's to be seen. I think it could under somebody else that actually would be more involved. Spielberg wasn't involved. It was just a studio. And I think that's where we need to see things play out. But that's where I think it should go. I think this is an interesting article. And I think, if anything, this should get 343 Industries and studios talking on what they should do. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. All right, we're going to move on. Let me know your thoughts, though. I want to know what you think. Where should Halo go from here? What should they do with the Halo live action stuff? Because that's what I want to know.